Walmart has recently decided that they want to do away with the DEI, and they also want to talk about tariffs because that is something that is galvanizing the entire country. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. As Rob.
Walmart is a great American company and the nation's largest retailer. More than 1.6 million American employees alone, and annual global revenue of nearly $150 billion. So I'm happy to say we're joined now for an exclusive interview with John Furner, the president and CEO of Walmart US. John, thank you very much for joining us. I want to get into holiday shopping. I want to get into grocery prices, but I got to ask you off the top to talk about this report I'm reading in today's Wall Street Journal about how Walmart is pulling back on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs under pressure from a conservative activist. So a few of the changes here: phasing out the term DEI, winding down the Center for Racial Equity, no longer giving priority treatment to suppliers based on race or gender diversity, and preventing sellers from listing some transgender-related or themed items on the website. So is that accurate from what you're hearing, and why the changes?
Well, first of all, good morning, and thanks for having me. It's great to be here. I'm in Houston, Texas, in our Friendswood location, so it's exciting to be in the store this time of year. First, let me say, like many companies all across the United States, we've been on a journey, and we continue to be on a journey. And what we're trying to do is to ensure that every customer, every associate feels welcome here to shop and to feel like they belong. And that term belong, we've been talking about belonging now for almost 2 years. Early 2023, we started talking about belonging. And we're going to continue to make the best decisions we can that makes everyone, our customers, our associates, feel like this is an environment they can shop in and thrive in.
Is diversity among your suppliers still important to you at Walmart, John?
Well, starting with our company back in 1962, we were a small business, a single store that operated out of Rogers, Arkansas. And so we'll continue to do the things that we can do to ensure that small suppliers have a path to being successful, not only at Walmart, but in their business in total. You know, every year we really focus on made in the USA. About 2/3 of what we sell is either made, grown, or assembled right here in the United States. We have a program every summer called Open Call, where we welcome in small suppliers and we welcome in people that have an idea, that are an entrepreneur, and they want to learn. So we're going to continue to lean into ensuring that we provide the very best pathways for small businesses, our suppliers, to be successful here in the store. If I had more time, I could take you around the store and show you a few of those examples, but there are a lot of them, and there'll continue to be more.
Hey, why dog he ain't answer the question though? I hate corporate speak. I think that people are getting to a point in their lives and in society where they just want people to just tell me like it is, bro. So y'all getting rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and y'all gonna make sure that y'all open up the aisles to just great small businesses, and you're not gonna discriminate. Because that's all diversity, equity, and inclusion is. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is an opportunity for people to discriminate based off of race. And say, I'm gonna give you preferential treatment. So it's the reverse of what people have been advocating for as far as what equal is. Equal isn't diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's not what equal is. Equal, especially in a capitalistic market, is that you put out the best business plan, you have the best products, you're the best supplier, and so you're the one that gets the benefit in this partnership with another person that has a distribution network that can help you. You make money, we sell more products, you benefit financially, we benefit financially. That's the goal. My goal is not to give you a leg up just because you black or you white or you Asian or you Hispanic or you Latino. No, my goal is to give you an opportunity if you have a great product to sell that the people would want. And so I hate corporate ease. Corporate ease speak. It's so stupid. It's all of this, yeah, I mean, and yes, and what is gonna happen, and we don't want to hear none of that no more. All we want to know is, are you a part of the diversity, equity, and inclusion? And you said your company is saying no, but you want to give corporate ease and just try to ease them into the conversation. No, I don't like that. I just keep it real. Nah, you know what? Nah, we decided to do away with and go with what the people are saying. We no longer want to embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion because it could be discriminatory, and we understand that parity exists. And so, in a capitalistic market, our goal is to give the best product to the people and give the best product to our customers instead of focusing on race. That's what I'd have said. It is what the sales would have been booming. So sales would be booming. Oh man, you know what? they truly are trying not to be discriminatory.
All right, John, you mentioned that 2/3 of what you have is made in the U.S. Let's talk about that other third. President-elect Trump announced last night that on his first day in office, he will impose a 25% tariff on all products imported from Canada and Mexico. So how will that impact Walmart? What have y'all done to actually prepare for that? Have you guys been stockpiling in anticipation of these tariffs?
Well, first, I'll just say again, about 2/3 of what we sell is made, grown, or assembled here in the United
Brother,
States.
here
And
we
we've
go.
been very supportive, all the way back to our founder of products that are made in the United States. Just a couple of days ago, someone sent me a photo of Mr. Walton, actually my father, who worked at the company with the president of Lodge, one of our brands that's here in the store, in camping cookware. So we'll be ready to be we'll adjust to any environment. We've been in an environment with tariffs now for the last 7 years, and we have a team of people that are really experienced in managing changes in the environment. Now, our purpose is to try to keep prices low, to help people save money and enable them to live better. Now, certainly there'll be some occasions where you may see some impact on price, but we'll do everything we can between our suppliers, our supply chain, and do everything we can to help ensure that we're as efficient as possible to keep prices as low as we can. And that's exactly what we do each and every day, including right now in the holidays.
Are you worried about the tariffs, though?
Well, we want to do everything you can, as I mentioned, to keep prices.
This guy knows how to slip a jab. He is Floyd Mayweather with his words. I don't even want to hear from him no more. I just want to get the other side of it. So let me get this side of it. Kevin O'Leary had a conversation about what scaling back DEI initiatives is going to do to the consumer or to the company of Walmart. Let's take a look.
Waving goodbye to DEI.
Get straight to it.
Walmart plans to roll back its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives following backlash. The company saying in a statement to Fox Business, "We know we aren't perfect, but every decision comes from a place of wanting to foster a sense of belonging, to open doors to opportunities for all our associates, customers, and suppliers, and to be a Walmart for everyone." Well, for more, let's bring in Kevin O'Leary, O'Leary Ventures chairman and Shark Tank investor. Okay, that's Walmart's statement. They're rolling back DEI. I guess my question is, when America's biggest employer does this mean that we are done with DEI and moving? I'm going to give you my acronym: results, excellence, and merit. REM. I'm a fan of the band. I'm a fan of the idea. What do you think about that?
Corporate America got lost, and then it took a huge lesson down from Anheuser-Busch on Bud Light.
Yep.
We
and
teach
Target.
that in business schools now. A complete combination of idiot management and the inability to read the room.
Yep.
And America's clearly decided on this issue. And for the boardroom not to be sensitive and understand what's going on out there, they get punished at the store level. Target's a great example. Wow, when they got in that whole gender identity stuff, they got slaughtered. And they still haven't come back. What mother wants to take their kids there and get into gender identity on underwear?
They never really said sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Is that saying that Walmart stock is up 74% this year? Yeah, that's about accurate, because that's what we went over in Stock Club. We actually went over the margins of how Walmart makes money, so on and so forth. Make sure y'all jump into the Patreon. Link is in the description.
Market did it for them.
Sure.
It crushed them. And I think they should get the whacking stick out. If I were on that board, I'd find out who put that policy in place, and a whacking and a hacking. You got to start punishing stupidity at the management level. That is how you solve for this.
I agree.
That's how we used to do it 20, 30 years ago.
So Walmart's getting out ahead of that and saying, we don't want that. Thank you very much. We're going to do the statement. We're going to get out of this, and we want to avoid the punishment, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, the customer is always right, always decides, and you have to read the customer. The mother, the father that brings their kids into that store to buy toys and is faced with all this, what crapola? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And they pay a horrible price for it, and I think it's great. And that Anheuser-Busch case, that's such a great case to teach managers in business.
No, I think that somebody said it in chat, inside of the chat. Chuck and also Nathan said Jaguar also. Jaguar is one of the best case studies to teach people how to absolutely kill a brand and absolutely destroy what you have going on. And I think that Walmart is smart. They're not going to say it out loud. They're going to put corporate ease into it. But the reality is that diversity, equity, and inclusion has always been a bad thing. It should have never been mandated on a college level. It should never be mandated inside of the corporate level. And I would never, under any circumstance. Okay, so then that means that I have to start firing some women and making sure that I hire some other women in order to make sure that we have a diverse work group. Because diversity, equity, and inclusion only is played out on companies that that employ the majority of white people, right? I wonder if we should start implementing diversity, equity, and inclusion on businesses that say we black owned, or we only sell to black people, or we only have a majority of black employees. We should start finding them and say, hey, listen, unless you get a white girl in here, or you get an Asian woman in here, or you get a Hispanic in here, then we gonna charge you tariffs. Tariffs. Tariffs is the name. I'm about to change the name of this show to Tariffs. I'm about to change the name of this show to Tariffs because I'm trying to figure out, should diversity, equity, and inclusion also include people in places that only employ black people? Should black people, if diversity, equity, and inclusion only employ black people, if they're like, shouldn't diversity exist in that space too? Or am I off? Because I'm a C student. And because I'm a C student, it's very difficult for me to be able to grasp these concepts. So often at times, I do the reverse. And when I do the reverse, it don't make sense because I can go into a place and I'll see all black people. And I'll be like, where the diversity up in this mug? Where is the diversity? So what you saying? You saying white people don't know how to make potato salad? Toy said it only applies to large white companies. Okay. All right, I got you. The Millionaire Tariff Show, that's what we changing this name into. We going to tariffs. No, and I'm not saying the name of the channel. I'm talking about the name of this particular episode. Tariffs. I want tariffs on everybody. We putting a tariff on people that don't meet diversity requirements on the flip side. How about that? I don't like it. I don't like discrimination. I don't like people hiring people based off of what they look like as far as things that they can't control. I don't like it.
Business schools, because they are in, a lot of them are thinking, oh, gee, it's the right thing to do. You look at the numbers. No beer company in history has been slaughtered that hard. Right from the beer cans being shot off.
We call it a teachable moment. But while you're here, I want to bring up the magic word of the day, the $1,000 word, tariffs.
Okay, so tariffs, another good word for it is negotiations. Everybody knows this is chapter 3 in Trump's book. I mean, everybody is freaking out on this thing. I keep saying,
have y'all not read Trump's book? Nah, don't worry about it.
Go read his book. I mean, this stuff, he's getting out there now. Everybody's awake. He woke him up at 2 in the morning with one post. Every world leader's going, what? So there'll be no tariffs on Canada. That's very hard to implement. But the challenge with the Canadian situation is different than the Mexican. Trudeau is a really unpopular leader. And in the parliamentary system, he'll be getting whacked soon. It's the end game in the parliamentary system is so brutal. Look what happened in England just recently. It's about to happen to him. So that Trump will not be negotiating with Trudeau. He'll be dealing with a guy named Pierre Poilievre who will get majority mandate. I think Trump should invite him down to Mar-a-Lago now. I don't know what the protocol and all that is, but he'll be dealing with Pierre. He might as well.
Who's much more ideologically aligned with Trump.
Well, here's what Poilievre has already said. I'm going to lift the ban on pipelines. I'm going to kill the carbon tax to be competitive with Texas, and I'm going to open all kinds of investment in Canada. That's Trump's kind of guy. So I know he talked to Trudeau last night, but Trudeau is checking out of Dodge very soon.
Okay.
I want to talk about other investments. Medicaid.
All right, so that's what we all got into.